Okay, guys, we're in my house, so this is my new teacher setup. So we're gonna try to do this without the big whiteboard. So I have a little whiteboard here with me, and we're gonna try to figure out how we all make it through this crazy time and learn some math. Okay, so today is lesson 93. If you're not already there, it's on page 484. And lucky for us, we're talking about classifying triangles today. So we already know most everything about this. There's nothing new that you're going to have to learn. So if you look, you have two, in your book, you have two graphs. And I don't know if you can even see this. So there's one here and one here. We can now classify triangles by sides, but we can also classify them using angles. So if we're classifying by sides, there are three kinds. You already know what they are. Equilateral, all three sides are the same. Isosceles, where two of the sides are the same in length. And then scalene, where nothing is the same, okay? You can also classify triangles by their angles. So acute, right, and obtuse. You already know those. We've been doing those for a really long time. So an acute triangle, all three triangles have, all three angles, are acute. And we know acute means smaller than 90. A right triangle, we know that means one of the angles in that triangle is a right angle. And then an obtuse angle, it means one angle in your triangle is bigger than 90. Let's see. So I want you to remember also that all your angles, the three angles inside of a triangle, should equal 180 degrees. Okay, guys? So I think we already know this. Let's go ahead and try to answer some of the practice set. Okay? So practice set A says one side of an equilateral triangle measures 15 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the triangle? So we know equilateral triangles have, they are all equal on all sides. I know, drawing, I still haven't gotten better at it. So if one side is 15 and it's equal, that means all three sides are 15. So if you have 15, 15, and 15, that means we're going to multiply 15 times 3, and we're going to come up with 45, and we're labeling this centimeters. Okay? So you have to be careful what they tell you the triangle is. In this case, it's an equilateral triangle, so that means all of the sides are the same. Okay? So that's A. Let's look at B. B says an equilateral triangle is also an acute triangle. Is that true or false? Well, we know that if they're equal, they all have to be less than 90 degrees. They're actually all 60 degrees, believe it or not. And so an equilateral triangle is also an acute triangle. That's true because 60 degrees is smaller than 90. Okay? And then C says all acute triangles are equilateral triangles. Is that true or false? Now, if we look back up on this chart up here and it says all three angles are acute, but if you look there, you can tell that those are not all equal in length, right? The sides do not necessarily have to be equal just because they're all acute. So that one would be false. Okay, let's look at D. It says two sides of a triangle measure 3 inches and 4 inches. Okay? If the perimeter is 10 inches, what type of a triangle is it? Well, if we have 3 inches plus 4 inches plus something else equals 10, let's figure out what we need it to be. So, let's see. Then, so you go 3 plus 4, so that's 7. Sorry, plus s equals 10. And we see that that last side is 3, right? So if we have two sides that are equal to 3, what kind of triangle has two sides that are the same? Let's look back at triangles that are classified by their sides, and you'll notice that isosceles has two of the three sides that are equal in length. So that would make the answer to letter D isosceles. Okay? And then let's look at E. It says every right triangle is a scalene triangle. Well, what does scalene mean? Scalene means all three sides have different lengths. Okay? So every right triangle is a scalene triangle, and that's not necessarily true, right? We could make this side and this side the same length, and maybe this one isn't. But if I have two sides that are the same, that would be an isosceles triangle. So the answer to E would be false, right? We could make those an isosceles triangle. All right, guys, so you're going to go ahead and do the rest of lesson 93. And then we're going to talk more about what we're going to do for math when we talk on Zoom tomorrow. And I hope that we get to see everybody tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I'll send you the information for that. Have a great day. See ya.